Hello, my friends. Welcome in. Hi, Deshi. Hey, Damon. Hey, Solitary. Solo Dungeoneer. Hello, hello. Sparrow, Saltburn, Maple Pumpkin. Oh my god, the whole gang is here. Hey, Tact. Hey, Lax. Oh, Dallas. Hello, hello. Excuse me. Hello, my friends. Of course, giving Tact another shout out for the music. So, oh my god, dude. I don't understand how your brain works, but I fucking love it. Like, all the shit that you come up with is just so cool. So, thank you. Thank you so much. Iron Sworn. Welcome. The sick name. Awesome. Well, alright, we have so much to catch up on. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. So welcome to Psy. Alright. Okay, so my screen is a little different tonight because I wanted to show off this character concept that my good friend Nathan, he drew this for me. So a big thank you to Nathan Cayanan. I hope I pronounced that right. But essentially we were just like chatting, and he really liked my my Psy art, and so I told him like I would love to just, you know, create like a little doodle of a city skyline of Psy, and I would love to like gift it to you. And I told him like I don't want money or anything, and he was like, oh, but how about we do like an art exchange, which is so cool. So I never done an art exchange before, so I thought that was really cool. So I told him like, since he really likes following, like he really enjoyed my Lethal Lust story, and he's been kind of like following the Jack Din cyborg adventure. He was like, oh, like I'd love to draw like one of your characters. I was like, oh, can we do Nessa? So this is Nessa, the chaotic, manipulative, hot girl that Vac is like obsessed with. And so I absolutely love it because he even got the details of like her like tattoos that kind of represent the gang that she's a part of, Father Main's gang. So yeah, I thought that was really cool of him. Also, I'll share this link if any of you guys are on Instagram. That's his profile, and he's a graphic novel like artist and author too. So this is one that I read by him, Suspicious Activity, which is so good. Highly recommend it. If you are interested in like the Asian American gang like culture, and then if you just want to see how like food is also like intertwined in it, and like the Filipino culture and such. And so yeah, he's a really cool dude. I really hope I can like meet him in person someday. But yeah, so that's his stuff. So highly recommend. He's so cool. I can see why Mac fell hard for, yeah, right? I know. So yeah, because I told Nathan that like with Nessa's I guess personality and kind of what I envisioned, I could not put like a face to Nessa. A couple of things. One is I kind of wanted to maintain the mystery, because I know like for me personally, as I was like playing, I kind of didn't want a picture like a clear image in my head on paper, because I really just wanted to play out the mysterious side of Nessa. Um, and so I told them that like if you can put like a face to her like that, that would be great, because I have like, I don't know, I have just very like a rough idea of what I think she like looks like, but I absolutely love this like character concept that he came up with for Nessa. And so yeah, like she looks really sweet, right? And then once you get to know her, she'll rope you into something. So yeah. So anyways, that's Nessa. So yeah, I thought it looked so good. Okay, so now we shall transition. Okay. So, oh good. Okay. Thank you, Maple Pumpkin, for following him. He's really great. Oh, and I totally missed this, but My Ear Trumpet, thank you for gifting that membership. Okay, so I'm sure I have said this so many times, but I am officially a cyberpunk with a cyberdeck. Oh my god. So, this is a little I guess show and tell. I do have kind of like the background and like updates and stuff available on Patreon, or you can join YouTube as a member. So if you want to see kind of like the behind the scenes and such. But today I finally figured out the layout of this thing. So okay, so I guess first off, this is a very cheap toolbox, and I think what originally was in here was like a screwdriver like set or something like that. And I got this at Goodwill. And so for me personally, when I think about like a cyber deck, I love to just think of different ways on how to repurpose tech. And that's kind of how I've seen it in like movies and like video games and such. I just love this concept of like people just taking old tech that they have and just coming up with their own thing. And obviously with like today's laptops, computers, it's all, you know, it's a system that is designed kind of based on what the company was like envisioning, right? And so a cyber deck is essentially your own personal computer, and you get to make it however you want it to be, which I personally love. And so oh, hi Wagon Breaker. Hello. Hi to friends that are just popping in. Okay. So what I love about this thing is everything fits. And like besides there's a pen in there, but besides that, like it's not like crazy nothing really moves, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Everything's like intact. So also there was a handle here, but it got really loose and I knew it was gonna break eventually, so I just like took it off. So yeah. And then here we open it and voila, you can see all the different components of this thing. So just because I love, you know, handwritten solo like TTRPG like notes and sessions and stuff, I still want to keep a notebook. So yes, I have like a notes app on my computer, but there's just something special about DIYing your own like notebook. And so here I kind of have like a little cyberpunk-ish themed quote unquote sticker, and it just has the word create. And then I have like a nice little reminder for myself to never stop being creative, no matter what that looks like. It could be drawing, for example, right? Also, this is the art that I'm gonna be giving to my friend Nathan. It's not done yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, so whether that's like art, obviously solo TTRPGs, maybe even this, right? Like this is a way for you to be creative. You know, creativity, it's all about just expressing yourself. And it could be through creating a cyber deck, right? So yeah. Okay, so this is my little notebook in here, and then I put a note for myself, my CyberDeck adventures, and I already put down the date for today that I just finished the layout of my CyberDeck. So yeah, so it fits nicely in here, and then I have my pen in here, and then when I close it, it completely shuts, which is really nice, because before I had this issue where there was like a bit of a gap, and then I finally figured out what was kind of taking up all that space, and I just rearranged some stuff. So okay, well, anyways, so with this CyberDeck, it's powered by a power bank, and then I have here this Bluetooth keyboard, which is really nice because it folds in, and then you can fold it out like this, and then I just need to turn it on, and then I'm gonna turn on my power bank here. Oh my god, if it will let me. Huh. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to charge it. I haven't charged it yet. That's probably why it's not turning on, actually. But anyways, and then there's like a switch in here where you can turn on the screen. Oh my god, did I actually forget to charge this? I probably did. So as you can see, that's the downside with having a power bank. I was thinking about a battery, but I just feel like the battery's gonna it's gonna overheat easily, I feel like, compared to this thing. But anyways, yeah, so this is it. Live demo. Yeah, so oh yeah, okay, I'll explain really quick kind of where I got like everything. So god, I fucking hate Amazon, but this is from Amazon, this keyboard. It was really hard for me to find a foldable keyboard. And then this is also from Amazon, this power bank charger. I had an old one. I don't know. Okay, it's kind of far from me right now. But I had an old power bank that I was gonna use, but it just it just like used so much battery within like 30 minutes. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna use that power bank. And then all these cords I've had in my collection. This thing I got from, I think it was like a, what was it? It was like a Raspberry Pi like seller that I saw online. So this is like a 5-inch screen. And then the computer itself, so this is if you can kind of see it in the camera, so this is a Raspberry Pi, no, is it a 4? I think it's a Raspberry Pi 4B. That's the model. And everything lives in this little SD card. And so it's really easy to set up. So you guys could totally make your own CyberDeck as well with a Raspberry Pi. You essentially just have to upload, is that the term? Upload the operating system onto the SD card, and then you can sneak it up in there, and then it'll read the operating system. And then, oh, I'm so sad that I didn't charge this beforehand. I thought I had enough battery in there, but oh well. So anyways, yeah, so that's that. And then what I am going to be using this for, so there's three things. So I have a dice roller app that I coded using Python, and then I also am in the middle of coding like a D100 table, basically, of random prompts that will kind of act as like my oracle. And then I have like a text editor here for all my writing. So my cyberpunk love letter is on here, which I will be showcasing you guys next week, because next week is my birthday. And for my birthday, I'd love to kind of share just my current obsession with, clearly you can see how fucking obsessed I am with the cyberpunk genre. So yeah, I'll make a video about my love letter, and then I'll show off some photos from Tact. So shout out to Tact. Some photos from him when he was playing Cyberpunk 2077. That just really like shows, you know, the beautiful like architecture of the cyberpunk vibes. And then I'll read out loud my cyberpunk letter, and then I'll share like a couple of I don't know, pics of like my art and whatnot. So yeah, so this is it, and then it's all stuck on a Velcro, so you can just take it out. And then same with this thing too, you can easily take this out if you need to like charge it. The Velcro is really strong, which is good, because I get nervous. But yeah, so you can see there's like Velcro here, so that's kind of how I just wanted to make a cyberdeck where like everything can be removed if needed. So yeah, and then I just kind of Velcroed down some of the cord stuff, because that was also something I was struggling with. But anyways, yeah, so this is it. So this is my I guess you can call it my typewriter slash solo TTRPG doomsday cyberdeck. So yeah, I'll make like a, after I like share with you like my updates and whatnot, and then after I put some art, because I do want to put art on this. But yeah, and then I'll like make a video of like an actual live demo to kind of show you how it works. But this project was so much fun, and it is so easy to make. I would say that in total, the cost of this whole thing, minus the couple of things that I've like already had in my like tech junk like boxes, I would probably say it's less than like, I don't know, $200. Actually, wait, let me think. Or yeah, actually, yeah, maybe even less than 150. Because I kept some of like the old cords. I had an SD card. Actually, one of my friends gave me a SD card, and then I've had the Raspberry Pi in my collection. So yeah, it's a really cool project, and I just love that it's not tied to my phone. So like, obviously it's very convenient, because I have a MacBook, and so obviously it's convenient to have like my iPhone and the MacBook just like connect, you know. But it also gets so annoying when it's like I just need to focus on, I don't know, writing or whatever. So yeah, so I use this thing to write, and even when I was just writing my cyberpunk like love letter, I was able to focus like really well for like an hour and a half just like writing. So anyways, yeah, so this is the finalized, I guess, setup for my cyberdeck. So yeah, so this is it. Yeah, I'll just put it back there. So yes, I am so hyped to like show that off more. Okay. So now for some cyborg. Okay, my friends. Let me know if you are interested in making your own cyber deck. And it's also fun to experiment with different, I guess you can say, boxes or containers to like build your cyber deck in. And there's also like different types. Like this one, this is a small, mini, they call it a cardputer. And essentially this thing, I use this for just random notes and for music. So I have music in here. So yeah. So I use this as like a little MP3 player. And then I have like random notes that I have in here for just like world building stuff. I mean, I know I have like this, like my actual like notebook, but I thought this was kind of neat too. And the cool thing about this is you can take out the SD card and you can upload, as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi, this thing connected to Wi-Fi, you can upload like a totally different operating system to check out like other stuff that the community has like designed. So you can play like games. You can play Doom on this thing. So I want to try playing Doom using this. It's probably going to be such a shitty experience, but you know, that's not the point. Like you're just supposed to just have fun with it, right? But yeah, so you can have like Doom on there. I did have like a dice roller app on that one, but I don't know, I wasn't really like a fan of just the layout of it. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, I highly encourage anyone really to just try building like a your own cyber deck, or just kind of like go back to just, you know, what tech kind of was, and you were able to like customize like literally anything and everything. And I was like telling one of my friends that like I really miss that. Like I miss like the shitty like HTML like websites and all that. Like I just miss stuff like that. And so yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And it's been interesting because I feel like the cyberpunk genre, it's it's clearly like a warning, right? To share with you like where tech can go, but it also brings, to me at least, some weird nostalgia with it. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Like I know like cyberpunk is always usually trying to like point to like the future and what technology could be. But it also just brings me back. So yeah. But anyways, okay, sorry. I know I'm rambling a lot. Sorry, let me just catch up on the chat really quick. I made my own in-house cloud. Oh, that's cool. I have 16. Wow. Holy crap, that's really impressive. Um, if I've done a bunch of kits with ship digital radios in case no internet. Sure. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I really want to learn Meshtastic. So my one of my buddies, so he's like one of my D&D friends. He's like super into that. Um but yeah, he like sent me like a couple of resources if I'm interested in Meshtastic. So I'll probably like look into that. But yeah. Oh my god, hi permanent backlog. Hello. Maple Pumpkin, I'm sitting here like, can I make a sidebar check for Firework? What would that entail? Oh my god, dude, you can totally do that. Um, okay, I will say before I jump into this, I saw this one girl on YouTube making a mermaid themed cyberdeck. So she had this, I think it was like an old jewelry box that opened up like a little clamshell, and then she stripped the whole thing apart, and then she had like a little mini like screen in there, and then she had a keyboard. It was probably like the size of this, and it was like Bluetooth, and she like decorated it with like jewels and like pearls. And then I saw one other person that did like Legos too. Like, dude, you can totally do like your own pirate Borg themed cyber deck. Like that would be so cool. So yeah. But anyways, okay. Wham. Do you have any tips on getting started in TTRPGs? I've never done any, but I want to, having watched your content. Oh, well, my friend. Well, you have come at a great time. So, to get started with TTRPGs, honestly, pick a system, read through it, and just start. And I will say, if you are trying to find like an easy system, I will recommend any of the Borgs, because they are very easy, and very the mechanics are very simple, and there's a ton of resources out there. So like for example, this is pills. What is this? Pills full of gods, I think. um, but this one has solo rules on it. So shout out to I think it was Twilight Solo RPG. She shared with me this resource. So there's like solo rules in here. So you can totally find solo rules, or you can make solo rules as well. So yeah, this is here like actions. We have like a yes no oracle table, and then we have here oracle of just random prompts, and then here is a game loop. So if you want to get started with solo TTRPGs, I highly recommend for you to get a feel of game loops. So usually for a game loop, at least how I like to think of it, it's very similar to like a group play, right, at a table. So you start with a scene, and then you want to resolve the scene, and then kind of like the aftermath of that scene. So there's like 3 different steps to that. But anyways, yeah, I will be playing my, what is this, part 10 of Cyborg. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Solitary, best advice, just start. Yes, honestly, like it's really like just start. Whether that's like reading through your like system, or just skimming it, even just like trying it out. There's also a lot of free resources out there. Like I'm pretty sure this part is just like, it's these are just summarized rules. Like if you don't want to get the book yet, and you don't want to like commit, obviously there's like a bunch of like awesome stuff in this thing, but if you just have like the basic like rules of this, then you're pretty much set. And I'm sure this is free. Like I feel like someone uploaded just like a file of just the summarized like a player's cheat sheet or something. So yeah. Ooh, Cairn. That is an awesome system. Oh, I fucking love Cairn. That's a really fun one. Let's see. Dallas, I have a little local portable console. Ooh, that's cool. That's awesome. Heinsforen, trust my gut. Yes. You have to trust your intuition, because intuition is part of the gameplay flow. And I feel like not a lot of people address that in solo TTRPGs. Your intuition is the key to having like a really fun and engaging session. So yeah, I think Karen is a really great start. That's a really good one. I love the scars table, because that adds a lot of different I guess like narrative flavor to it. So, oh my god, I keep ranting. I'm sorry. Maybe I should just have a stream where I just rant and just chat with you guys. You guys are awesome. But anyways, okay. So, this is the system that we are, or not the system, the supplement that we are going to look into. This is really nice, high quality. I found it as my girlfriend and I were just going through a bookstore, and I was like, wait, I recognize this cover. And then I was like, no way, that can't be like a Morkborg like supplement. That's so hard to find nowadays at like bookstores, but it is. So it's really, really cool. Here, I love this. There's street food. And look, it's affordable. It's not like a $40 bowl of shitty ramen. So yeah, and then we also have more weapons. We have cultists. Gotta love cultists. So yeah. Also I love this. The synthetic gospel. Like holy shit. Like ugh, I just get chills thinking about that. Whatever that adventure entails. So yeah. So yeah. All right. Okay. So let's see here. So we are in session 10. So session 10, we are catching up with Vax POV now. So basically, if you're new here, hello, welcome to CYBERDECK. So today I want to focus on Vax POV. So last session we did who was it? Phase Glare. Yeah, Phase Glare and Ray's session. And from their POV, they were trying to recruit some people to take down Shade, which is the cult that killed Vac's brother, Ben. And this is Glamkey. So Glamkey, we hate Glamkey. All my homies hate Glamkey. Okay, we do not like her. So Glamkey is the Shade cult leader, and she is like super old, but she like looks really young, like that kind of like a thing. And she likes to lure people into her cult. And basically, Shade has created this powerful AI god that promises a pain-free life. And I feel like with Glamkey's kind of actually, I don't really know too much about Glamkey and Shade and their like motive with like creating this like AI god. But I do know for sure like she does like control. She likes control, and she wants people to feel things that hurt. Sounds horrible, but essentially that happened with Vac. So Vac, she got jacked into a mind stream of Ben's POV when he died in the lab as a test. But what she doesn't recall is she went through cyberpsychosis, and like her system was going like haywire, and she was like shooting everywhere, and in the process she actually killed Ben, sadly. And with cyberpsychosis, Vac, she doesn't recall much of that moment. And so when she was like watching this mind stream, she was watching it, but she was also feeling it. She was like shocked and obviously distraught, and she was kind of like grieving all over again his death. So Operation Glamkey, or Operation Takedown Glamkey. I think that's what I called it. Something like that. What did I say? Oh, okay. Operation Glamkey Takedown. That's what it is. So that is the operation and the focus. So that's Glamkey. So Vac is trying to find recruits. And then we have Phase Glare. And then we have Ray. So they were trying to find recruits. And they were able to get Soma. Soma is a mindstream architect. So she's someone that likes to tweak with different mind streams. And she actually was the one that got a hold of Ben's mind stream, but it was stolen from her. So she doesn't really, she's kind of just piecing together all the information of like how Vac and Ray and Phase Glare they're all tied up with Ben and Shade. So they got Soma on their side, and then Phase Glare has a buddy, Lante. He's a little creep, but we love him. And then what else? And then we have some of the strikers. So strikers inside are street fighters, and that's kind of their way to I guess kind of go against the corpo propaganda. It's their way of fighting against that. And usually striker fights are community like led. So as you are going through the streets of Psy, in different areas of Psy, there's like striker pits basically, and that's kind of where they do their street fighting. So yeah. But I will say that there are a couple of corpos who are invested and very entertained by strikers. So there's kind of a mix of that as well. So anyways, all right. And where we have left off, so it is a new day for Vac. So Vac is going to meet up with her buddy Clock. So this is Clock, and I do want to ink this eventually, but Clock is essentially this tech wizard. Like, he is so good at navigating the net. And he also created his own like virtual reality platform, I guess. And that's a way for you to remain anonymous, and just a way to like escape from Psy. And it's totally separate from the net. So he was able to create like some sort of firewall, I guess. I don't really know the terms. But he was able to create a wall to prevent the net or corpos from hacking in. But who knows how long that will last for. So yeah, but Clock is very, very smart. So yeah, okay, so it is a brand new day, and Clock is saying to meet him. He's saying to Vac to meet him later at in the evening at Data Leak. So right now we're in Ports District 1 District 3 in the entertainment area, so Area 1. And Data Leak is in District 1 Barnyard Fields. So she'll have to take the subway to get to there. And Data Leak is in the entertainment area 8 over here. So this is where she would have to meet Clock eventually. That'd be a firewall. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. So I said that right. Not to be confused with firewall. One protects your group, one fries them. Okay. That's funny. Okay. So let's see. So I think for her, it is a brand new day, and she is in entertainment area 1. So right now, I'll say that it is the morning. Okay. So if you are new to solo TTRPGs, so this is what I do. So I like to think of my day in 3 chunks, basically. So there's morning, noon, and then evening. And then usually, for me, I count these 3 chunks of one day as a session. Okay, so that's how I personally like to think about a solo session, and that can range between like 30 minutes to like an hour of like playtime for me. So yeah, but obviously you can go as long as you'd like. I've done sessions where it's literally just 15 minutes, where I have those three chunks of my day, but I roll only like 1 or 2 words to set up a scene, and then I resolve it, and then I move on, and then I move on again. So that's like a very fast paced, I guess, way for me to play, because there are times where there are certain jobs that my PCs would do. Like here. So in this section, my PC, Riz, she had a job that took like 10 days for her to complete. And I did not want to just like go day after day, just sitting and like playing this out, because I felt like it was just going to be like the same thing like all over again. And so I kind of like sped through this thing. So I don't know if I can like exactly give you like a clear idea, but I have morning, noon, evening, day 2, day 3, and then checks and X's are like successes or fails. So that's my way to just speedily play through like a gig or a job that I don't really want to get into the details with. So yeah, so that's that. But anyways, so we are in the morning. So she wakes up in her hotel room, and I will put all my little characters here on the side. So she is currently, we'll use this mini as Vac. So Vac, she wakes up in her hotel room, and I will say she doesn't have that much time left in her hotel room. So she has one more day, because it's a brand new day. I forgot to mark that. So she has one more day before her ex-friend, I guess, Zenit, kicks her out of the hotel room because he's providing financial, I guess, coverage for Vac. And now the car is ready. So this is the car that she stole from some rich asshole in in ports, and it is a Zine A0. It's an old vintage car. I think it was Wagon Breaker that said it's giving like Mustang vibes, but with this car, since it's like old and vintage, it's not really updated with tech stuff. And so Vac took the car to a shop. So this is where the shop is. So she took it to an auto shop to get it all like fixed up and whatnot. Like she technically could have taken it to Drea's auto and tech shop, but Drea's, I guess, like equipment isn't super I don't know, up to date compared to this other one. Okay, so I think in area, let's see, where is the shop here? I'm pretty sure it's let's see, area 8. Yeah, I think it's area 8. Oh, I forgot to make a note here. There's an auto shop. Okay, yeah. So Vac wakes up and is like, finally, my car should be ready. She gets a ping on her RCD that the car is ready. So this car should have a defense system. 1965 Mustang. Yes, that's right. So the car is ready for her to pick up, and she basically has to like pack like all her shit. So she's probably packing up her weapons, maybe her some like clothes. So maybe she grabs like her duffel bag and she starts to pack. Okay, and so now she's gonna make her way through to area 8. So luckily it's like it's not too far. So she's going to walk to area 8 auto shop. Okay. So I did want to know. So I did want to know here. I want to understand kind of the vibe of just walking through the city, right? So we have a table here, the sounds of the city. So we can roll a d20. Okay, so we got a 15. So as Vac is walking through to area 8, she hears these car engines that are just speeding down the street. And it looks like a, let's see, is it a car chase, or is it like car race, you know? So let's see. I want to know. Okay, so it is a car chase. All right. So it looks like it's a car chase of some sort. Okay. So this is the random event. So it looks like as Vac is about to like cross the street here, she hears these cars going down the road. I'll use my coin to represent the car here. So as she's like crossing the road, her RCD kind of pings that there was like a fast like movement, right? Like a little warning. So as this car goes, she's like, holy shit, like what is going on? So it looks like there's a car chase of some sort. So there's one car that's getting chased, and then I will use this one. So here's the car that's chasing down this one. So I do want to ask, is this like a street gang kind of a chase? So let's see. No. Ooh, so I wonder if it is I wonder if it is a gray cert. So gray cert is kind of the cleanup slash police basically of Psy. And so I wonder if it's gray cert. So maybe like gray cert is chasing down this car here. So I'm gonna ask maybe. Okay. So it's most likely a gray cert. So I'll say that gray cert is chasing down this car. And I'd say that car is like definitely like a gang owned car there. Okay. So now I do want to see, I'm assuming there's like gunshots going off. So yeah, I wonder if there's anything like in the area that can kind of that can kind of give Vac an idea of like what's going on. So let's ask if there's anything in the area. Maybe. And okay, so it looks like there is something that's going on in the area that's somewhat related to this car chase that's happening here. Okay, so I want to ask this oracle. So I'm gonna roll d6. So, well, I guess 3 6s. Okay, so we got 4, 4, and 3. So we have model. Huh. A model. Oh my god. I just thought of, okay. Oh no. I wonder. Okay. This is what I have in my mind. So there is a Psy, I'd say like a Psy, I don't know, model, I guess. Like I'm kind of thinking of hold on, what am I trying to think of? Like, you know how there's a, what do they call them? Like Victoria's Secret, like angels? Are those what they called? Like the ladies that walk. I think they're called angels. No, anyways. So I'm kind of thinking there's something like that. There is this one lady. We'll use this. Yeah. So there's this one lady. We'll move her down there, and maybe she got like robbed or something, and she's like screaming, and or maybe it's the car. Maybe it's the car that oh man, maybe that was her car. The street gang stole her car, and she's like screaming for help. Okay, yeah, that's how I'm going to interpret it. And then Gracert comes in, swooping in, trying to chase down that car. And this lady's like screaming. She's like, "Someone grab someone chase them down. They have my car." And maybe it's like I'll say it's like a convertible. Like I can see these guys in the car just like waving their guns around. They're like, "Yeah, we got so and so's car." Poor lady. Okay. Let's see. We need to think of a cool name for her. So I have a table of names from the amazing Saltbone. They have a D100 table of names. So I guess we can just see what we come up with here. Also, if you have any questions about solo TTRPGs, feel free to like ask in the chat, and I'll do my best to like read it, but I'm sure there's someone in the community who can help out as well. Okay, so let's see. We got an 11. Steel. Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay, so I am gonna say that this model, so her name is Steel, and she's like fully chromed out. Like I'm kind of thinking like Lizzie, is it Lizzie Wizzy? Lizzie Wizzy from Cyberpunk 2077. So she's like a fully chromed out model, and I do want to ask if she's a doppel actually, and a doppel in the cyborg rules here. So a doppel is basically like a humanoid android. So think like Blade Runner, and yeah, here. So doppels. So human enough to fool all, but the most rigorous tests. So yeah, so she is a doppel. Whoops, I was gonna spell duple. Doppel. What am I thinking of for Blade Runner? Replicant? Is that right? Why does that not sound right? I think that's right. Replicant? Let me know if I'm if I got the word mixed up right now. I'm kind of blanking. Anyways, so she's a doppel, and Vac, she probably, I would also assume that there's other people that's kind of like surrounding her as well, because they're also like, "Oh my god, it's model it's the model Steel," or whatever. Like, can we get your autograph? Can we get your autograph? And so they're like asking her for her autograph as she's like crying, trying to ask for help for someone to take take back her car. And people are like, you know, taking like photographs and like whatnot, and probably eventually at this point there's going to be like a little news headline on the net where it's let's see, model famous model famous Psy model Steel, her car gets stolen by some like street gangs. And I can see Vac feeling really bad for Steel, and maybe like Vac can maybe like take her away from the crowds here, you know, take her away from the crowds, and just get a breather, right? And let's see, news drones swooping in. Yeah, seriously, yeah. So like drones are swooping in, trying to like take pictures here. Actually, let's see how many drones pop up. 3. Okay, so there are, I'm gonna use this actually. So there are 3. So I'm just gonna draw 3 drones here that are all kind of looking towards Steel, and they have the headline on the news. Okay. And so now I feel like Vac would want to try to hack into those drones to stop like recording, because she probably just feels really bad for steal. So okay, so let's see. So now this is going to be a presence check here. And let's see. So with her, I'm trying to remember what her apps are. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So she has the defense drive app there. Okay. So this will be a DR, let's see, a DR of 12. Yeah. So for the cyborg system, usually the default difficulty rating, so DR default, sorry, DR stands for difficulty rating, and the default of that is usually a 12. So if you're new, this is what I like to do. I sometimes switch it up between the two, but I like to use 2 D20s and compare the results to the DR and see if it's a partial success or a partial failure. So if you are new to solo TTRPGs, if you do it this way, that gives you an idea of how you can still move the story forward and avoid just re-rolling until you get a success. Okay, so I will show you this way. So basically, for each drone, she has to do a presence check to activate her defense drive app in order to hack into the drone. So we will roll the 2. Okay, so if you see here, oh my god, this is beautiful. Okay, so I got a nat 20. Holy crap. Okay, so I got a nat 20. All right, and this result is an 8. So if the DR is 12, but I do have +3 modifier for my presence, right? So this would technically be an 11, which is still a fail, because you have to meet or beat a DR of 12, right? So I am going to take this 20 and override whatever result I got. Okay, so I don't know if that's the rules in solitary defilement, or if that's just something I made up, or I got it from another system. I don't know. Sometimes I get some of these rules like mixed up in my head, but I am going to say that that is a success. But with this nat 20, it's not just a success for this one drone. I'm going to interpret this as she was able to hack into the other drone as well. So she was able to hack into two drones. So now there's only one more drone left that she needs to hack into. So that is my way of doing the partial failures and the partial successes when I am rolling 2 d20s and I'm comparing the results, right? And then the other way that I also do, sometimes I just roll a d20 and just see what happens. Okay, so I got a 5 +3, so that is 8. So that is a fail, right? So I don't need to interpret this as a straight up no, okay? So this is where your intuition, okay? This is all part of the solo experience and the gameplay flow. You have to use your intuition, and you need to include it into the gameplay flow. So I got an 8, right? And that is a fail. But I can also take that result and kind of reinterpret no. Well, what no really means. So I can say I wasn't able to hack into the third drone, okay? So I wasn't able to fully hack into the system and take control of this drone. But I will say that I was able to at least hack into a different part of the drone's system. So maybe the I don't know. I'm kind of picturing drones with like a little helicopter kind of a thing on their on top of the drone here. So I guess I can make a quick sketch. Like I'm literally just picturing the helicopter. Such a cute little drone. So I'm kind of picturing Vac was able to hack into the helicopter blades, I guess, that makes it fly, and it crashes onto the ground. So it crashes onto the ground, but it's still kind of like recording. So the camera's still on and everything. But this is the third drone. Okay, so that is how you oh, I just hit my elbow. So that is how I interpret dice rolls if I'm playing solo, right? Because these systems, these aren't made for solo players, really. These are made for groups of like 3 to 6 players or something. But that is how you can make a TTRPG system solo friendly. All right. So okay. Now back to the story. So Steele was able to see that Vac was able to hack into the 3 drones. Although one of them, she was able to at least just make the third one crash down onto the concrete sidewalk and pavement, and it's still recording, but you know, Steele is definitely very thankful for that. And Vac is saying like, come on, like let's get away from the crowd and figure out like who took your car. Okay, so now they are hiding. Let's see. So I do want to know what they're hiding behind. Maybe they found like they need to hide well, or else these people will find them, you know? So I'm going to roll on the Oracle to see what Vac found. So let's see here. Okay, so we got 3, 1, and a 2. So let's see here. Okay, so a 3 punk. Okay. 3, 1, and 2. Okay, so we got the word punk. And then we also have 3, 1, and 6. 3, 1. Or actually, since we already did that, I actually want to do a 3, 6, 1. I'm kind of using this wrong, but whatever. Okay. Let's see. We have the word fight. Oh, okay. So, all right. I know how to interpret that. So punk and fight. So I will say that they were able to run away and hide in the striker training rink. Okay. So now hide in striker fighting rink. So that's where what's his face? Phase Glare is. So Phase Glare is a striker. Well, he's training. His whatchamacallit? His arm wrestling skills aren't the best. But maybe Vac sees Phase Glare and is saying like oh quick, we need to hide in here. And Phase Glare's probably like, holy shit, is that Steel? Like, what are you doing hanging out with Vac here? And Vac is saying like to Phase Glare like we're just trying to hide. Like her car got stolen, and just a bunch of like paparazzis were like roaming around. But we were able to get away. And Faceclair was like, oh yeah, like for sure, like hide here. And he's probably crushing hardcore on Steel, and he's probably trying to make some like flirty eye winks and whatnot to Steel. So here is this is going to be Faceclair. Okay, yeah. So okay, so they're going to take like a little bit of like a break, catch their breath, and just figure out what's going on with the car chase. Okay, and I'll catch up on the chat really quick. Okay, so Dallas, generally failed roll should result in a negative consequence, albeit one which adds to the plot. Yes, exactly. And so we don't know. Like maybe there's something about this the headline like news that adds something negative to Steel, or maybe like her reputation or something. And then I don't know, maybe we can interpret that failed roll as like there's something that's added as another added consequence to the car chase or something. So yeah, there's so many ways to do it. There's so many ways. There's no like right or wrong way. Wagon Breaker, I have a house rule that if dice roll result is close to target number, then it's not an absolute failure. The player may choose to have a success at a cost. Yeah, exactly. Another way to get an eventual guaranteed success is to use the step down dice mechanic. Yes, that is true too. That's a good way to do it as well. Let's see. Perhaps an awareness of VAC being in the area or something. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. So yeah, so we can take, you know, the failed rolls and like reinterpret it however you want it to be, as long as there's like some sort of consequence to that, right? I also was actually thinking that with the failed roll for this third one, this will actually increase the difficulty rating by 2 next time she tries to activate that app. So basically how I am seeing it is these apps are already activated and upload into her RCD system, unless if she wants to like switch out apps, because she only has 2 slots and they're both currently full, so she is able to access them. Anyways, so there's I'm just gonna move the car chase here. Okay, so Vac is saying to Steel, like, what's going on with the car chase? Do you know who took your car? And I do want to ask the fate mail dice to see. I want to see if she recognizes who took it. No. Okay, so maybe they have just really good disguises. Ooh, I just got the idea, I don't know why, but just looking at this image, but I got this idea of they actually have a mask. So whoever stole the car, whoever stole her car, they have like maybe like a holographic LED lit up, I don't know, mask. Okay, and let's see how many people. There's 4. Okay, so there's gonna be four goons basically that stole it, and Gray Cert is on their way. And then she's probably freaking out because she's like, oh, like probably like my reputation's gonna be ruined by this. It'll show that I'm like irresponsible, or maybe that I'm like weak and I couldn't like stand up for myself or fight for myself. And then she's probably looking at her nails and like makeup and just saying like, but I need to make sure that I look good, right? And actually, so okay, since she is a Psy model, she's most likely a part of the Main Chord Group, and Main Chord Group is a exclusive network of Psy celebrities. So I'll say that Steel is a part of a main chord group here. Okay. And then phase glare. Oh man, he's such a lover boy. Phase glare is probably, you know, wanting to say like, well, I'm sure I can take them down for you, Steel. Like I can see Steel being like such a hottie, and like phase glare. Oh my god. Well, okay, just because I was thinking like, you know, phase glare, he's just such a lovable guy. He has a razor mouth with a necrotic face. Like, come on, he's so lovable. I want to see if he's able to just like charm Steel here. So let's see. So maybe like basically saying like, hey, like I'm sure I can take down those goons for you. So let's see. We'll do a presence check. I'll say with Steel being like such a hottie, and you know she is part of the main chord group, so I feel like her idea of dating like a goon, you know, like phase glare, I'd probably say it's difficult. So DR of 14. He has to get above, meet or beat a 14. Oh, poor guy. Oh man. Okay, so that is a complete fail. So I'm taking the one here as like a 100% like a complete fail. Like she's like disgusted with him, which is so sad. But okay. So I'm gonna say for uh phase glare. So Steel doesn't find him charming whatsoever. Okay. So uh that's so sad. Okay. It's okay, phase glare. There's somebody else out there for you. So phase glare is like, you know, kind of trying to like impress her, and she's kind of like scooting away, and she's like, I think I'm good. I'll just trust Gracert here. And you know, probably with the fail. This is so sad. But I was thinking because he has a necrotic face, like I can just picture him like as he's like trying to talk and chat her up, like a tooth fell out or something. Oh my god. That is so sad. Okay. So I'm gonna say a tooth fell and he like caught it midway. He's like, oh fuck. And Vac is like rolling her eyes and she's like, oh my god, what do you think you're doing there, Parkada? And she's like shaking her head towards Phase Glare, and Phase Glare like catches his like tooth like midway. And Steel like sees that and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave the car chase to the great Gracert here, but I appreciate the gesture here. And Phase Glare is like so embarrassed. I can see him turning like red, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And then, knowing Vac has to get going because Vac needs to pick up her car now. And so Steel's gonna like look at Vac and say like, thank you like so much. I'll probably like wait here for a little bit until the crowds, you know, die down, and she could probably see from on the street as like people are running trying to like find where Steel is. Maybe they're going up and down the sidewalk trying to locate Steel and take like pictures of her or something. And Vac is saying like, well, can you like call someone, you know, like can you like call someone to like pick you up? Like I'm sure you have like connections or something. And I do have a question for the Fate Mail dice, but I want to see. No, and okay. So my question for the Fate Mail dice was I wanted to ask if she knew Duma, and Duma is a member of the main chord group, and she doesn't. So she's probably saying like, yeah, I have someone in mind. I'll probably just call my I don't, her butler or something, to pick her up or whatever. And then Phase goes like, yeah, like I can keep her company while you go off, Vac. And he's trying to like motion with his head, like, can you get out of here? I want to see if I can still, spend some time with Steel here. And she's like, okay, like, whatever. And now Vac leaves. So now we're going to change up the scene here. So Phase Glare and Steel are hanging out, and she's going to wait until the crowds like die down. And now it is noon. So okay, so now it is noon time. And now we are going to see what it's like to get her her car. So she arrives at the auto shop, and there is a very hot, attractive woman, and her name is Pris. Her name is Priscilla, but her nickname is Pris. And shout out to, I think that was Deshi who gave that idea. So actually, I'm gonna use this coin to represent the car, and I'll use this mini to represent Pris. Okay. So Vac makes it to the auto shop, and then she sees this lady. There's like a name on her, like name tag, Pris, and she's like an auto technician. And Vac is probably, like very I don't know, she's probably taken aback by this woman's beauty. She's this maybe she's like tall, and maybe she has like a muscular build from just like lifting heavy things, maybe from just like her everyday like work at the auto shop. And Vac is trying to like get her attention, and she's probably looking busy. Vac's like, "Hi, I'm Vac. I'm here to pick up my car, the Zine A0 car, and the car is ready." Yay! Okay, and Pris is probably kind of like confused because Vac has her like her duffel bag and all that. She's like carrying all of that, and she's like, huh? She's like, are you trying to move into your car here? And Vac is like embarrassed. She's probably like, well, yeah, kind of. I'm basically getting kicked out of my old place, and she can see Pris is like wiping off her dirty hands on like a rag, and she's probably like lifting up her goggles, and she's like, oh, like, so seems like you got into some trouble there, like I'm assuming money troubles like all of us inside. And Vac's like, well, yeah, and it's complicated, but yeah, I got kicked out of my place because I basically put my best friend in danger, and he's kicking me out of his place. He's been providing me a hotel room this entire time. And she's like, well, shit, I would hate to be caught up in whatever shit you're up to. Vac's like, hey, like I had no choice, okay? Like it was a really fucked up time, and the gang that I was associated with, it just wasn't good. And she's probably like typing something up in her like CYBERDECK, trying to make sure everything's like ready for Vac. And she's like, so who did you like? Whose shit did you get yourself into then? And she's like, Father Main and his crew. Did you ever heard of them? And I do want to see if she knows. Ooh, yes, and okay. Okay, so that means that she's even like worked with them. And she's like, fuck, Father Main? She's like, yeah, I've done some work for them. They are a nasty group to work with. They are not easy to please. Okay, so it looks like Pris knows Father Main's crew here. And okay, so she's like done, you know, typing stuff up, and the car is ready. And then I did have an idea here. Sorry, hold on. I'm just gonna catch up on chat really quick. Hi, Ian. Oh, hello from Washington State. That's awesome. Let's see. Maple Pumpkin. I knew a Priscilla who went by Scylla. Oh, that's a cute nickname. One of the coolest people I knew at the time. Sure, she's only cooler now. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. Okay, so shout out to, I think it was Tact. I was like chatting with on Discord. So okay. So I have in my notebook here that there's this thing called like a factory reset with the car, and it looks like Pris wasn't able to do the factory reset successfully. So she said, like, look, we were able to you know get your car ready. There's like a good like defense system that's like updated and whatnot and added. But I will say with the factory reset, we can't like clear your name or the identity number on the car. So it's likely that this is gonna get triggered to the car company or the owner or whoever. So she said, like, good luck trying to get rid of the factory reset there. And oh man, okay. And then Vac's like, well, shit. Like, do you know? Is there anyone that I can like go to you know, to like reset this and clear the ID like number? And let's see if Priscilla does know. If she knows like a connection of some sort. No. Ooh, okay. We got no but. Okay, so she said like, look, I don't know who you could like go to for this kind of thing, but you do have time. And let's see. I do want to know if this is a maybe it's a usage die of a D20. So usage die of a D20, and then it'll go down to a D4, and then that'll trigger the corpo to chase down the car. So get the car back. So yeah, so Pris is saying like, look, I don't know how to, you know, figure out the whole like factory reset thing. That's like your problem. You have to find someone, but you do have time. It does take a little bit for car companies for their softwares to get like updated on like this kind of stuff. So you do have a little bit of time, but just be aware that someone's probably going to be on your ass trying to get this car back. So that's all I can say. And Vac's like, oh fuck. Like, okay. I mean, I guess that's good enough for me. And Vac is saying like, well, I just want to say like thank you, you know, thank you for the help here. I really appreciate it. You clearly know like what you're doing, so thank you. And Pris is like, yeah, like of course. I saw you already paid Ted, the other technician, so you should be set. And I do want to see if I don't know. I know like Vac finds Pris really really pretty, and I do want to know with the Fate Mail die. I do want to know if if Priscilla finds, you know, Vac pretty as well. So let's see. Okay. So that's a no. So I don't know. Maybe Priscilla is like super super straight or something. And okay, so I'm just gonna say here straight as hell. Okay. So which reminds me, I will make another little plug here. So I did a little TTRPG tool of spicy tables. If you want to add some spicy romance to your cyberpunk adventures. So it's called Glitched Passion. You can find this on my itch.io if you're interested. It's basically just a little pocket scene of a bunch of different random tables. If you want to like add some details to like romantic scenes, if you want. So yeah, so it's not safe for work. Clearly, you can tell. So just a warning about that. But it's not too explicit because I want, you know, whoever is playing, I want them to have the freedom if they want to dive into, I don't know, explicit scenes if they want. But this just kind of has like hints of it. So yeah, feel free to download this. This is available to download. I should have used this in this encounter and I totally didn't, but whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But let's see. You should have applied a modifier to that role. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, I could have. But oh, thank you, Ian. I'm glad that you are watching this to get a good idea of how to play solo. So this is my own way to do it. I used to have like tables and such to figure out like scenes and structures of the gameplay loop, but since I've been like doing this for quite some time, it's all just kind of like in my head now. So yeah, just letting you know. But I know, isn't that hilarious, Solitaire? So she's like, she could probably like sense that Vac was trying to, you know, get like a gauge, maybe give her some like flirty eyes and looks, and Priscilla's like, look, you can go now. Like you have your car, you're all set. So you should be good. And Vac's like, okay, like I get it. I'll go. Thank you for helping me with my car. She's like, yep, no problem. Feel free to recommend our shop as well if there's other people that you know that need help. Okay, so this is awesome. All right, so she has her car and she's going to live in the car. So I do want to know like what kind of a defense system this car has. So there's probably like a little AI helper dude that like as she like gets into the car, like a voice like pops up. Maybe it's like a very nice British male voice, saying like, hello Vac, welcome to your new car. And I don't know, she needs to give this guy a name. So let's see. So this car has like a little AI helper, and let's see. What is his name? We need to give him a nice name. So we shall roll on the D100 table of names. So shout out again to Saltburn. Also, if you are new to solo TTRPGs and you're just kind of, you know, getting a feel for it, I always say to make your own tables. Make your own tables. If you cannot find the right resource, or if you want to try to avoid just buying stuff all the time, make your own tables or ask in the community. There's a ton of free stuff online. So yeah, I feel like if you make your own stuff too, you get to just immerse yourself in a much more personal way. So yeah. Just letting you know there. Okay, so we got 31, and Vac is saying ooh, I like Endor. Okay, Endor will be his name. He's like, hey. So Vac is saying like, hey, pare. So looks like we're gonna be barcada pretty quickly here. And he's like, yes, you may call me Endor. Okay, so Endor is the name. Okay, cool. So she's like, well, nice to meet you, Endor. So what defense system do you have for me? How do you work here? So we are going to roll a D8. So yeah, so we shall see. Is this a D8? Yes. Okay, so we got a 3. Ooh, interesting. A gravity spike. Okay, so it says here damage 5 flat. So test DR16 to shoot a spike that generates a powerful gravitational field. Ooh, it can like crush them. That's cool. Okay. So, okay. So I'm actually gonna draw like a little box here to put in car info. So, car info. Let's see. Catching up. Solitary, such good advice there. You can tailor it to your theme and desires that way. Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. Great advice. Is that Tagalog? Yes, yes. Oh my God. I'm so glad someone recognized that. Yes. So I have an intention this year to connect more with my Filipino culture and learn a little bit of Tagalog and adding it to my City of Psy cyborg adventure. And so I don't remember which stream it was, but you can watch it. I basically took a moment to kind of go over slang that locals use in Psy. So barkada is squad, friends, or tropa as well. Kaibigan, friends, but I like to interpret that more as like family. Pare is a dude or bro. And then batas. So batas are like just kids in general. But I'm taking the word batas as a street kids, specifically in Psy. So yeah, that's just like a little fun fact, I guess. So gravitational spike. Okay, so Endor is saying, test your knowledge to activate gravitational spike. Gravitational spike will cause 5 damage to enemies. DR of 16. So DR of 16 generates a powerful gravitational field. So gravitational field. Also, I just remembered, Vac has horns that she can activate out of her skull. I totally forgot about that, but she should use that for intimidation checks, or even in the battlefield if she wants to like headbutt someone. So yeah. Ian, that's neat. I'm Filipino too. Oh my God, no way! Hell yeah, dude. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's see here. I just want to say that makes me so happy. Thank you so much for tuning in, Ian. Nice to meet you. Yeah, there's a couple of Filipino TTRPG content creators that I connected with. So it's really cool to meet more of our people, you know? So yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Call back to Discord chat what them horns do. Yeah, so the horns can do like extra damage. I have it in my notes here, D4. damage. Like maybe she's trying to do like a headbutt or something, you know, and she's you know, she's trying to like pierce her enemy's head with her horns. Okay, and then she has her duffel bag in the back, filled with like clothes and extra weapons. Okay, cool. So this concludes her noontime. Okay, so this is nice too. So she can get around ports, District 3 now in her car, and she's probably going to be like safer that way than walking, because you never know what you can run into inside if you're walking. Like you can probably imagine, right? Like what could happen. Okay, so now she's going to take her car and drive over to see Clock now. So Clock is this dude. So we have this guy. I'm probably going to ink him after we play. And Clock is the tech wizard that I was talking about. Let's see. She should have a cyberdeck in that bag. Yes, she should. I'm assuming she does. I actually didn't even like think about that. But because she does like to hack and like tweak with things. So yeah, so I'm assuming she does have a cyberdeck. Very like shitty and can't do much, because I think if you're trying to purchase cyberdecks, they're pretty expensive, I think. I'm actually not sure. I feel like I'm confusing this table with a different one. Like I feel like I'm confusing it with a different system or resource that I came across. Let me see really quick. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. So it's like 1K. Yeah. Okay. So technically, I think this is how it works in Psy, but essentially you have these apps in your RCD system that you can like activate, but it looks like a cyberdeck kind of, but I'm actually going to, oh wait, no, nope, this is separate. Sorry, for some reason I thought let's see. Okay, yeah, no, this is completely different. Sorry, I was mixing the two up. So essentially, you have your RCD, and within your RCD, you have apps. So for Vac, she has 2 apps that are connected to her RCD, ready to go and ready to activate. And then outside of her RCD system, she holds a physical cyber deck, and that is where you can hack different systems and activate different apps without using your RCD, basically. So that would take you would need like downtime, I guess, in order to activate it. Like if you're trying to activate your cyberdeck in the middle of combat, you kind of can't. I feel like you could probably die in the middle of combat if you're trying to like type into your cyberdeck there. But yeah, so you need to, I guess, like find a moment outside of combat if you're trying to like activate your cyberdeck, basically. But yeah, let's see. Of course, a crap one. Yeah, of course. But she should upgrade over time. Yeah, definitely agree. So I'll say right now her cyberdeck can only handle one app. And let's say like we don't know exactly what that app is. So okay, so now she's driving. So it is now the evening, and she is driving to meet up with Clock. Okay, so this is it now. Okay, so she's gonna meet with Clock, and she's gonna meet at Data Leak. So now they are she's completely in a different area of Psy. So now in Barnyard Fields District 1 Entertainment Area, so this is Area 8, this is Data Leak. And Data Leak is this super rundown. So, actually, wait, let me pause really quick. So, District 3 of ports, I think super fancy, like Tokyo vibes with like all the lights and the holograms and the ads and whatever, okay? So just like huge skyscrapers and whatnot. So that's how we picture ports District 3, okay? And then we transition outside of ports, and this is Barnyard Fields. So it's kind of like a, I would say it's a little bit more run down. It's kind of like a, I would say it's like a rocky, deserty-ish kind of layout. It's not super deserty because Barnyard Fields is essentially kind of where like outside of this area would be like protein farms and stuff. And so it's just a very like rocky terrain, and old buildings are like run down, and there's like cracks in like the old buildings. There's like a bunch of squatters everywhere. And it's very like, just, I don't know, very chaotic. And actually there's an image in here that kind of gives a good idea of what to expect if you're going into Barnyard Fields. So yeah, so this is kind of how I picture Barnyard Fields. So just like, kind of like a bunch of like old abandoned buildings, junkyards. There's a ton of junkyards in Barnyard Fields. And then there's like apartment buildings that are shipping containers. So shipping containers that are stacked on top of each other that resemble the apartments in neighborhoods. And there are a couple of corpo buildings, but there's not like a ton of them in the area. And of course there is an entertainment and street market area. There's turf wars that happen in that area. So yeah. Okay, so she's making her way to Data Leak now. And Data Leak is this old rundown apartment building, and it turned into basically like a sex club slash bar. And so on like the first floor of, actually I can draw it here. So this is the first floor. So the first floor of Data Leak, and this is the bar. And then the other floors over here. This is the third and second. Basically just like a sex club or like pleasure clubs or whatever. You can find hollows in there doing some like stripper dance stuff or whatever. And then underneath the bar, so there is a basement. So under the bar, this is Clock's quote unquote hideout. And Clock lives with his two partners. So his two boyfriends. They are in a polyamorous relationship. And sorry, I'm trying to make a note here. Lives with two boyfriends, and kind of hovering above his basically his like battle station of his like cyberdecks and monitors and whatnot is an old tattered pride flag, which predates before what happened in G0. So something bad happened in G0, and this is G0, or sorry, hold on, where's my map? Here in the center of G0. So something happened, and a Clock came across an old pride flag that he found in like one of the old buildings of where like the squatters kind of like hang out. So yeah, he has this like pride flag that like hangs above it, and that really touches Vac in a very personal way. So she's a masked lesbian, and when Vac first saw that in my previous campaign, Lethal Lust, she kind of like it kind of like took her back to like what pride really like means to her, and like what love like looks like to her. She has a very skewed view, I guess, of like love, just because of like past relationships, and I think it's also just because she's always so stressed about life inside. She like does not have capacity to like think about love, and sex and love is very complicated for her. She sees sex as this like way to escape, basically. So yeah, that's actually one of her weaknesses is sex and alcohol. And so yeah, those two combined, it can be a very interesting challenge for Vac. So anyways, all of that to say, she has made it to Clock's hideout, and she enters into the bar, and she sees the bartender over here, and this mini could represent Clock, and maybe Clock is sitting at the bar, and this can represent the bar like table, and he's like grabbing a drink, and maybe there's like a couple of other goons kind of like hanging around. Maybe there is maybe there's like a really attractive hollow that's kind of kind of just like hovering around the bar and waiting to see if anyone is willing to hire her for a good time, perhaps. Okay, so finds a clock. And also, if you're new here, so Nessa is basically Vac's weakness. So in my Lethal Lust campaign, I highly recommend for you to read it if you want to understand like the backstory. Vac eventually falls for Nessa. And yes, Nessa is very manipulative and she's a bitch and she's very selfish and whatever. But throughout the story, you can kind of see Nessa's like walls come down, and Nessa was starting to kind of tap into her like feelings for Vac, and like Vac was kind of waiting for that moment between them to be real. They're like feelings for each other to be real, but it never happens. My dice just gave me a totally different story, and that was the beauty behind just playing solo TTRPGs. I was really rooting for like a love story, and it didn't really happen. So yeah. Anyways, if you want to read that, highly recommend it. There's a warning; it is a little spicy, so just letting you know. So yeah, there's like women loving women scenes in there. So just giving you a FYI about that. So anyways, Vac comes in, and there's music pumping in the background, and it's probably Reef Brooklyn, right? And Vac sees Clock drinking something, and this hollow's probably like trying to woo Vac here and saying like, hey, like you seem like you're here alone, you seem like you want some like good company. And Vac saying like, let's see if she's able to resist the beauty of this hollow. So oh wait, what am I doing? Okay, we will roll. Let's see. Oh my god, Vac, come on, you need to focus here. Okay. So okay, so this will be presents. So let's see. I will say this will be a DR of 14. Actually wait, I will roll both my dice here. So we'll do a presence check. Okay, so we got 18. So that's good. And then we got 6. Okay, so it's definitely leaning more towards the success. So she was able to fight off of she was able to kind of fight off the charms of this hollow. And she's saying like, look, you're gorgeous, and I'd love to have a good time with you, but I am kind of broke right now. And I'm actually here with a friend, so I'm gonna be meeting with him. She's like, oh, okay, honey, but I'll be here if you need me. if you and your friend need me, how about that? I'll give you a special. And she's like, look, I'm flattered. Like, trust me, it's very, very kind of you, but maybe next time. And she's walking her way down, and she's waving to the bartender and saying like, hey, I'll have a beer. And then Clock recognizes the voice behind him. He's like, Vac, you've made it. We have so much to catch up on here. And she sees that he's smoking a cigarette and has a beer as well. And Vac joins and saying like, hey Clock, yeah, I know it's been for forever. It's been like what, like a month or so now? And he's like, yeah, so tell me, like, what's new with you? And she's, giving him the gist of like everything that's like happened. And he's like, you said that you needed my help, so so what's going on? What's going on? And she's like, look, I need help taking down Shade. Okay. And he almost like spits out his like drink. He's like, wait, what? Shade? And even like the bartender, as he like hands her the drink, the bartender's like rolling his eyes. He's like, oh god, that sounds like it's gonna be messy. And he's like, what the hell do you what how did you get tied up with Shade? Or again, basically. And he's like, I thought you were like done with that shit, and like you've paid everything off, right? And she's like, yeah, but it's complicated. So, Glamkey, she forced me to watch this mind stream, and it was of my brother Ben and his death. And then he's like, well, and he's probably like tapping on the table, and he's like, so what? I'm assuming this is like a typical revenge kind of a thing that you're like asking for. And she's like, look, I don't want to ask too much from you, okay? Because I know last time you've helped me with like Father Main and Nessa and all of that. And she's saying like, look, I just need help with at least navigating how to hack into Shade's system and take down that AI god that they built. Because I'm sure you've heard the news, like they're looking for investors, and the Shade cult is slowly like growing. So I don't want people to fall for Shade's schemes here. I mean, it's crazy, all the shit that they've done to my brother. I just can't do that. Like, sure, it's revenge, but it's beyond that. I don't want people to fall for Shade's propaganda. And like Clock is like looking around, trying to make sure that no one can like hear that they're talking about Shade, because you never know. Maybe there's like Shade members that are like lurking around here at Data Leak. And he's like, look, we shouldn't talk too much about Shade here, because you don't know like who's listening, okay? And he's like, look, we'll head back to my apartment, and we'll chat more about Shade, okay? And so Clock pays for the drinks, and I can see him like putting down like extra for the bartender, and he's like, your beer's on me, okay? Like don't worry about it. And he's like, he like takes out his cigarette and like puts it out, and he's like, hey, come on, let's head back to my place. My boyfriends are around if you want to meet them. And so now he's like walking out, and this hollow is like waving, and like winking at Vac, and Vac is trying to stay strong. And now they go down the stairs. So now they're going down the stairs to Clock's apartment. Okay, so now they're going down the stairs to Clock's apartment. So now we are changing up the scene here. Okay, so let's see. as they walk through, so I'll say like the door is over here. As they walk through, let's say the two boyfriends are over here, and then we'll have this a coin represent the desk of his like all his like cyber deck gear and whatnot. Okay. Okay, so she meets the boyfriend, and then Clock, just as he's about to open the door, he's probably like, look, Vac, I know you really want to like know like what's up with Nessa, and I'll tell you eventually, but just be prepared, okay? Whatever that means. Oh my god. Okay, so I don't really know what he knows about Nessa, okay? So this is going to be completely like new for me. I have zero expectations. I have no idea like what's going on. So as they enter into the room, I do want to see what the vibe is like. So we'll roll a d6. Okay, so we got a 26. Oh wait, I forgot to roll one more. Okay, so we got waste. Okay, so I'm taking waste as wasted. So literally, okay. So I'm taking that as the two boyfriends are on the couch, and they are drunk as fuck, and they're high on MZs. So MZs is like the synthetic like weed. So as they're like coming in, Clock immediately smells like the MZs, and Vac smells the MZs as well. And they're probably like tuning into some like funny Mindstream like movie or something. And Clock is like, oh my god, like guys, I told you I was gonna have a guest come over tonight. Like, why are you guys like fucking wasted? Like, this is not how I wanted you guys to meet. And so let's see, let's give the two boyfriends a name here. So let's see. We'll roll D100. Okay, so we got an 89. Okay, so we got Stark. Okay, so Stark. So I'll say boyfriend 1, his name is Stark. And then boyfriend 2, let's see. We got a 28. Beckett. Oh, I like that name. Beckett. That's cute. Okay. Okay, so Clock comes in and he's like, okay, well, that one on the left is Stark, and that one on the right is Beckett. These are my lovely boyfriends, and sorry they're kind of wasted out of their minds right now. And she's like, no, it's fine. Like I don't care. I'm glad that they're having a good time. And he's like, yeah, they're watching a really funny like mind stream that they promised that they were going to be they were going to be waiting for me to watch, but it looks like they're so wasted they completely forgot. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, that sucks. And he's like, no worries. At least it's I can catch up with them later. It's apparently a really good movie. So I'll see what it's all about later. And now he approaches the desk and sits down, and Vac sits down on the chair here. And he's like, okay, first off, let's talk about Nessa. Okay? So let's see. Okay. So let's see. We're gonna roll in these oracle tables and see what's going on with Nessa. Okay, so we got 42. Oh god, I keep forgetting. I need to roll. So this one, we got warped. What the hell does that mean? Warped? Okay. Nessa. So we got the term warped, and then what else? Okay, so 42. Oh my god. I already did that. Okay, 24. We'll just switch it. And then pray. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god, don't tell me she's part of Shade. Oh my god. Oh my god, no, she can't be part of Shade. Are you fucking kidding me? No. What? Okay, wait. Hold on. Let me roll. So my question for the Fate Mail dice is Nessa part of Shade? So we'll see.